amendments to the agenda? Gene, do you have anything? No amendments? Michael?
I do, and it's to remove one item from my agenda. I'm removing the executive session with the prosecutor to discuss similar or pending litigation.
I'll move to amend the agenda of January 30th to remove the executive session with the county prosecutor.
Second.
We have a motion and second to amend the agenda as stated. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. The agenda is amended as stated.
We're here today with Stark County Commissioner and President of the Board of Commissioners, Tom Bernabei. And the question for Commissioner Bernabei is that there is a situation going on in Stark County where a citizen of the county has objected to the fact that Judge Frank Forchione, in sentencing an individual in his court, issued a fine and ordered a fine paid to the Sandy Hook victims up in Connecticut. And the relevance of the commissioners to this is that there was an attempt, as I understand it, by the Stark County Prosecutor's Office to schedule an executive session with the commissioners for the purposes of discussing that particular matter. And there was an objection to that by the citizen, the local activist and attorney Craig Conley, who wrote a communication to the commissioners telling them that in his opinion they didn't have an authority to meet an executive session with the prosecutor's office. So all that to get to the point is that the commissioners did cancel their executive session today, and I want to comment on that from President Bernabei as to why the commissioners decided to react affirmatively to Attorney Connolly's request.
Again, I'm not sure. I'd have to read his request closely. I'm not sure whether he was objecting to us having the meeting with him or having it in executive session as opposed to
I think it was
session.
Executive session.
Yeah, I think that his objection would be to have it in an executive session as opposed to an open session.
Correct.
As it turns out, there is no need as of today, Wednesday, for any meeting with the commissioners, primarily because the issue, and again, when we look at the Sunshine Law, and it's something that I looked at this morning specifically, concerns, let's see, whether or not there is a dispute of imminent litigation. Mr. Conley has threatened imminent litigation, so I think that we have that part of the statute covered. But there's also a question as to whether or not it involves a subject, or a dispute involving the public body, that being the commissioners themselves. And at this point in time, there's nothing that involves the commissioners. There may be something that involves the commissioners if, in fact, litigation is filed. But as of this point in time, it's a decision resting within the executive authority of the prosecutor as to how he intends to respond with regard to the demand for a taxpayer's lawsuit. That's a decision that he makes with the bringing of a lawsuit. That's a decision that he makes without input by the commissioners. And until that decision is made, there's nothing that involves the commissioners at this time. Something may change tomorrow or Friday or Monday that would then necessitate us to meet, and at that time then we would meet and discuss whatever would be relevant. But as of today's date, nothing has occurred in which is a dispute for us to consider or discuss.